Hey,
Hello.
Resman. How are you?
I am I'm just feeling really uncomfortable right now.
Okay. Like just since you got onto the call, or was it
No,
today?
today.
Okay.
My thoughts have been thinning out, but it just I realized that I was diverting my attention to the thoughts instead of feeling like death, which is really just uncomfortable.
hmm
And yeah, I don't know what more to say.
Is there any resistance to that feeling?
There was there were so many thoughts and there's a lot of resistance. And I don't feel resistance anymore.
Okay. And what's that uncomfortable feeling?
It just feels like death. And it's just not comfortable. It's like I'm back to not knowing who I am. But there's this feeling that it's fine, it's temporary.
Are there any thoughts saying you shouldn't feel this?
Not anymore.
No judgment?
Not right now. Today, it's like the thoughts are coming and there's these gaps between them where there are no thoughts.
hmm
And this feels like, well, I'm not experiencing any thoughts.
And what happens when you simply just become more aware of that gap in between those thoughts?
I feel like rest.
Yeah. And is there any feeling of any discomfort in between those thoughts?
Not anymore. I don't feel uncomfortable anymore.
hmm
That was fast.
And do you notice how this rest is always here?
Yeah. This rest was always here. It's just that before I was trying to control it, trying to maneuver it, trying to get
Mm.
back to where this
Yeah,
is.
yeah. But there's no getting back to it because it's already here.
Yeah.
It's already what you are.
Yes. Already what I am.
So any thoughts or feelings, they're just simply fleeting. They're coming and going.
Yeah.
So just simply remain as this. And whatever discomfort arises, just simply be with it. Don't try and resist it. Don't try and avoid it. Don't try and think about something else to distract yourself. This stillness and silence that's in between the thoughts, the stillness and silence that's here, what is it that's aware of it?
I am.
And are you separate from this stillness and silence?
No.
So this stillness and silence is what you are.
Yes.
And is it physical? Is it something?
No.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's no thing. And can nothing die?
Nothing can't die.
It can't die. So what is it that's dying? What is this discomfort, this feeling of death that you're speaking of? What is it that's dying? It's not you.
No. It's something. To be honest, I really don't know what's dying. Because it's not me.
Does it matter?
No.
Just even remove that label of something's dying. Just notice that it's just energy. It's just sensations. Just drop the thoughts about something dying and just feel that sensation fully. Just simply be with it. And notice how that sensation is being experienced in you, this silence and stillness. that sensation of discomfort is just like some ripples in the water, but you are the water. You are like a still pond, and this discomfort that's arising is just some ripples that won't last forever. They're just temporary ripples. And just simply observe the ripples, witness them, just be with them, fully present. Just remain at rest, remain relaxed. The sensation is a contraction, but the contraction is within you. It is not you. May feel like something's being pulled away from you. And just simply let it be. Don't try and hold on or resist. Just simply relax. And as you relax more and more, notice how open you feel. Notice the expansion. Notice that what you are is not holding on to anything. Notice that you have nothing to lose. Notice how you are already this formless presence. You can't go anywhere because you are always present. Notice the happiness that is present. Notice the love that is present. Notice the peace that is present. Notice the freedom that is present. Notice how nothing can be added to you and nothing can be taken away. That you are already whole. You are already complete. You are already at rest. And this is changeless. Notice how what you are is unborn and cannot die. Any thoughts or feelings or sensations is just energy that you are perceiving. It's just an experience. But notice that where you are looking from cannot be touched by any experience. Where you are witnessing from is untouchable. And it takes no effort. Simply be what you are. So, whatever experience arises in you, just simply witness it. Just be with it. Don't give it a name. Don't judge it. Don't try and hurry it up. Just accept it totally. Feel it completely. Just be totally with it. And then slowly open up your eyes. What was your experience?
It was very relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very still. I can't describe it. uh,
Is it anything to be afraid of?
no.
No.
It's funny if you are. I mean, I was afraid of it, but it's funny now.
From the mind standpoint, that's what it's afraid of. But notice how the mind was not there.
It wasn't. How can I be afraid of it if it's not there?
Because it's afraid of coming to an end.
Oh.
It's like there's a line that it can't cross. Notice how the activity of the mind just went and came to a standstill. It's the activity that feels like it's dying, like it's unwinding, it's coming to an end, it's slowing down.
That makes sense. Because
What
at
you,
some
yep,
there was like thoughts, and now they're not here.
yeah. The mind just constantly wants to talk, it constantly wants to tell stories.
Yeah.
It just fears coming to an end. It's like it's coming to the end of the story. The mind just wants to continue narrating.
Yeah. It wants more stories.
Yeah. So it feels like its time is up. That's what it kind of, so then it creates this kind of fear and panic and terror, this feeling of uneasiness and nervousness and stress. But that's all activity that you're observing.
Yeah.
And you're observing from that place, which is here now. You're not going to a certain place. You're not crossing over into a certain place. You're already there. The mind creates these thoughts. Oh, you're going to die. It feels like you're dying.
Yeah.
But in a sense, you're already dead.
Yeah.
And really, that's not true because you're unborn. that this separate character of Rasman doesn't exist. It never did.
Huh. So to it felt like a death.
Mm-hmm. As long as you identify with your thoughts, then it'll feel like you're dying.
Yeah.
But you can't really be those thoughts if you are watching those thoughts come and go, appear and disappear, and change. So you remain as the watcher, the witness that's watching those thoughts come and go, watching them appear and disappear, watching them change, knowing that that's just activity. That's just an experience. It's not you. It's not what you really are.
Just feels like I woke up.
Again.
Again.
And what is it that woke up? Is it another version of Rasman that woke up?
No.
Rasman 2.0?
Oh no, no. I hope that's not it. So quiet. I'm not afraid of thoughts anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I think there used to be this tension of, oh, what if I get identified? And then it was like, oh, the pulling happened again.
Mm-hmm. Pulling of what?
It was kind of like energy contracting.
Mm-hmm. You felt like the thoughts were pulling you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not pulling you.
They can.
You're holding on to them.
Yeah.
See that thoughts don't exist without you. See that what you are does not depend on thoughts. You just experience a nice time there without thoughts. You totally exist without thoughts.
Yes, I didn't go poof.
Yeah. It's kind of this codependency with the mind that we've become so addicted to the mind that we're dependent on it.
Yeah.
So there's this kind of fear of separation from the mind. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. But you saw you enjoyed yourself without the mind, did you not?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only time you actually enjoy yourself is when it's just you.
That's true. When there's no mind.
Yeah, the mind is basically misery. When the mind's there, life is miserable.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, you need me.
Mm-hmm. That's why, in a way, we're addicted to our suffering.
Mm.
We're addicted to the misery. We've become so used to that misery and the suffering.
Yeah, it's like you become so used to dealing with thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
pain, and then you're like, oh, what do I do now?
Yeah. But you're getting a taste of life without the mind, essentially.
Yeah.
It's no longer in control. You have to see that it has no power over you. You're the one that's empowering the mind. You empower the mind by believing in it, by believing thoughts. As soon as you start believing thoughts, you empower those thoughts. They become all big and powerful and seem to overwhelm you.
Now it's just like if it comes up, it kind of disappears.
Yep. Now you're seeing just how fleeting they are.
Yeah.
Because you're just watching them. It's as if, he's like the analogy, the guy from the X-Men with the laser beams, or like Superman with the laser beams. As long as you're just watching, it's like you're just watching, you're just aware. It just zaps anything.
Nice.
Anything that's arising is just dissolving instantly. It's not there for long. So there's another kind of game that I kind of say is play the game of don't touch your mind. Where you're standing, where you are right now, you could say it's prior to the mind. It's in the background, watching. The mind now seems like an activity, thoughts that are just appearing and disappearing, just popping up. You don't have to make them go away. They just naturally go away. They just pop up and then go. They arise and then they fall. They appear and they disappear. If they're not appearing and disappearing, if they're not arising and falling, it's because you're holding on to them. You're playing with them by giving them too much of your attention.
Yeah.
So instead of directing your attention on the thoughts, now become more, instead of being so interested in the thoughts, be interested in what is watching the thoughts. Instead of being interested in the noise of the mind, be interested in you, the silence. Instead of being so interested in the activity of the mind, be interested in you, the stillness. And you'll see how you just remain as you are.
Yeah.
And you're just simply being yourself. So this isn't really a practice. You might think of it as a practice, but all practice is something that you do. And see how I'm not asking you to do anything.
It's just happen.
I'm just saying, just be. You're used to doing. The doing is the addiction. All addictions are something that you do. All addictions are something that you're adding on to yourself. Addiction, you're adding it. You're adding on the activity of the mind to yourself. But what are you that's prior? You're that stillness. You're that silence. You're the happiness. You're the love. You're the peace. You're the freedom. And you experience that. You notice that. You're realizing that that's what you are by just simply being yourself, not being something else. And you'll notice that these thoughts then start becoming fewer and fewer. They're like a friend that's really annoying to you, so you just stop giving your friend attention. And she'll go away. She'll stop calling you.
Yeah.
It's very much like that.
It is like that. I am not experiencing thoughts.
Yeah. You got a glimpse the other day, and then it's like the mind gets kind of, angry. And then it really starts banging on your door.
Oh, you broke up with me. Come back.
Yeah. I use the example, it's like the mind. It could be a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but it's like a clinger boyfriend or girlfriend. It's like a stage 5 clinger.
Oh.
And it's kind of like right now, it's like you've realized what you are. So it's kind of like you're breaking up with it. You're breaking up with who you think you are. But the mind's not taking the news nicely. So it's like it wants to come and key your car. It wants to take all your belongings that he was holding on to and just break it right in front of your face and create all this fear.
Yeah.
It wants to try and intimidate you. But how can it intimidate you? You're always present. It's not.
Yeah.
It's coming and going. It has no power over you because you are the source. It was just pretending to be in charge the whole time. So where you're at, which is always where you're at, but now you're realizing it, that's like the throne.
Yes.
Kind of like you're just falling asleep on the throne. And this mind, this imposter, was pretending to be the queen, enslaving you. And you were just like an errand boy, just serving the mind with its selfish to-do list, the never-ending to-do list. You're getting intimidated by the mind. But where you're resting now is you're resting on the throne, and it's silent. It's still. There's no one around. So the mind gets very quiet now that you're awake, sitting on the throne. And you'll start noticing that it doesn't really start causing any problems for you anymore. You'll see that when the mind does come around, it's coming around to serve you. It recognizes that you are the master. Your entire life, you've been enslaved by the mind. But now it's like you're accepting your rightful position on the throne. You could say the mind is then used to serve the heart. So you can say at this stage, this is all you have to do. Like, again, I have to say you have to do, but there's nothing to do. Just simply be. That's all that's needed. And notice that to simply be is effortless. Notice that it doesn't take any effort to simply be. All noise requires effort. All activity requires effort. But you're silent. You're still. Effortless. Doesn't take effort to remain still, and it doesn't take effort to remain silent.
Doesn't. This is very natural.
Mm-hmm.
It's, yeah.
Yeah. So I call it your natural self. Your true nature has to feel natural. It has to. And you'll just start noticing more and more love for this, simply for you, for yourself, for just being natural. You'll just love it more and more.
Yeah.
You'll love the peace more than the conflict of the mind. You'll love the freedom more than the bondage. You'll love the happiness more than the suffering. You'll love the love more than the fear. At this point in the recognition, it seems like it's like a swap. It's like, whoa, this is a complete opposite. Does it not feel like it's opposite to everything else that you've been experiencing in your life up to this point?
Yeah. It's like a complete shift.
Yeah, it's like night and day.
Stay again.
Mm-hmm. And just notice how you don't need anything.
You know?
So that's the way the mind kind of tricks you, kind of give you a desire. Oh, you need this, or make you fear something.
Everything feels so sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the heart is on fire.
Yeah. Are you able to sense like the warmth?
Yeah. Like I'm I'm in a really cold space, but I'm completely warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's this new energy. I've never felt it before.
What does it feel like?
Fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It's always new.
Mm-hmm.
It's, no, I can't compare it to anything.
Mm-hmm. Does it just feel like there's this aliveness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything feels sharper. Like
Yep. Just look around like wherever you're sitting, like your room, and just kind of like look around and look how you're looking now with like fresh eyes. Look how there's more detail, more attention. Everything is being seen with fresh eyes, with more wonderment, like a child looking at things for the first time.
I know I've seen water like 1,000 times, but it's just like I didn't know it could look like that.
Yeah. You're not looking through the filter of the mind anymore. The mind creates a filter and that it thinks it knows everything and it wants to label. See how when you're just looking around your room, you're looking at things that you've been seeing for a while, but you're not labeling them, saying that's this, that's that. Notice how that labeling has dropped.
Yeah.
That things feel more raw and alive.
Feels like I'm feeling everything around me.
Mm-hmm. Can you find any border to you and where you ends?
No. I can't find it. It's not there.
Mm-hmm. This is the mind that creates separation, just the thought of being separate. But the truth is, there is no separation. It's all you. That there's just this awareness, being aware of the experience of that body, the experience of the walls, the experience of the water, the experience of the computer, the experience of me. That's all experience. And there's no separation between the awareness and the experience. You, as the observer, are actually the observed. Everything that you are observing is you.
Really never want to leave home again. Not literally.
Well, you can't. You can only imagine that you've left home. You can only dream that you've left home. Like this is the fact. This is the truth. But when we wear the mind, it's like we're wearing tinted glasses. It's like you're now looking without glasses, seeing that snow is white. But if you put the filter of the mind back on, the snow looks yellow or orange. It filters things.
It's all light. It's like doesn't have any weight anymore.
Mm-hmm. What you are is consciousness. We're just calling it consciousness, but it's really nameless. It's formless. And everything is made of you. You are the source. Everything is made of you. It's all just energy. It's all just light. It appears to be physical. It appears to be like matter and dense, but that's just how it's appearing. And notice that whatever you're looking at is appearing in you. That infinite space of awareness. That even just the experience of seeing. The experience of seeing with the physical eyes, that experience of seeing is happening within you. The experience of hearing whatever's going on, there's banging going on, hearing that experience is happening within you. But there's no inside or outside. All the sounds are happening in the same space. All the seeing is happening in the same space. All the smelling is happening in the same space. It's all happening within you. Experiencing the body is happening within you. Does it feel like you're experiencing from a different perspective now?
Yeah, it feels like the quietness is what got loud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing the sound and it's like, yeah, it's not as loud as this.
Or does it feel like something from the background now is moving more into the foreground?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'll see the more you just simply be, that just permeates your experience, you could say. All of that happiness and love and peace and freedom that used to feel like it was in the background, that was a place that you visited once in a while. Now, by remaining as that, it feels like you're bringing that to the experience, sort of say. Feels more like you bring that happiness to the room. You bring that love to the room. You bring that peace to the room. You bring that freedom to the room by simply just remaining as that. That witnessing, that place of witnessing, which always felt distant, and now feels like it's coming together with the experience. Does it feel like your experience is a little bit more in your face right now?
Yeah.
Feel more intimate, or a point
Yeah.
of zero distance? It kind of feels like everything is here. That you're one with it.
Feels like it feels like I can't describe it. It's more close than intimate.
Yes. Because it takes two things to be intimate.
Yeah.
And this is not two things. You are it.
Okay.
It's all you. There's no relationship. It takes two to have a relationship. It takes two to make a connection.
Yeah.
It's all you. Everything that you're experiencing is you. Kind of feels like you swapped a personal body for the universal body.
Yeah, feels like I'm in all the bodies.
Mm-hmm. And you're sure you're not just making this up? You're not just imagining this?
How could I, like, it just take beyond imagination?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's what reality is. Reality is beyond imagination. It's beyond belief. That you are the reality.
yeah.
Reality is what everything is made of. And you are that. You are what everything is made of. Everything is something. And it's coming from you, which is no thing. And you are both. No thing and everything. That everything that you describe to be this creation is essentially, it's born out of you. Everything that you see, you say, well, this is existence. And existence means X meaning out, and stance is to stand. It stands out. So all these forms, you say this is existence. It's standing out from you, which is the formless.
Yeah. It really feels like you're speaking from my heart.
I am.
Of course.
So there's nowhere to go.
You can't go anywhere.
You can't go anywhere. And it's right here.
Yeah.
And how can you be afraid of anything? It's all you. You can say that's what love is, the absence of fear.
Yeah.
Fear creates this separation, this division, this judgment, rejecting.
But they all happen within me.
Mm-hmm.
And then they disappear.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it just feels like I could get an electric shock or I could get nothing and I would be completely happy.
Yeah. 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 There's this sense of like indifference that you don't need something to happen.
No.
And you're not trying to avoid anything from happening.
No.
Because there's just this acceptance, this all inclusiveness. It's all you. You're including it all.
Yeah.
So whatever is happening is it's simply just accepted.
As it arises, there's no, it arises, then acceptance. It's like simultaneously.
Yeah. It's already there. It's already accepted. Look at it this way. It's already accepted. Otherwise, if it wasn't accepted already, it wouldn't be unfolding.
Yeah. So meditative.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when the body is in deep sleep.
Yes. What I call like the sleepless sleep, or you're you're awake, but you're so relaxed. It's like you're sleeping.
Yeah.
And this is your natural state, which is not a state. This is your true nature. Because states change. States have a start and an end. States come and go. This does not have, you can't find any border or boundary or start or end. And this is changeless. So it's not a state.
Yeah. I'm not. The reason for everything is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. Like the reason or the purpose or.
Yeah.
Feels like you can just sit there forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're fulfilled. You're complete. You're whole. There's no more seeking. What are you going to seek? It's all here. It's all you.
It feels like I could be screaming, but there'd be still this quiet.
Yeah. 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 the silence that's like the backdrop of all noise. It's the silence that underlies all the sounds. It's the silence that's surrounding all of the sounds. It's always here. It's always present. And it's you.
Feels like, even if, I don't know, it feels like I'm not doing anything. Even if I was like physically active,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Yeah. Because you're not. Everything is just happening.
Yeah.
But I would say just, yeah, like just stay with this. And then we can talk. What day is it today? That's Friday. We could talk like next week. Kind of see what happens. See what your experience is like over the next couple days.
Okay. But it's like, I don't even want to know what happens. It's just this now.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because there's just this so like it's so fulfilled, it's so satisfied, so content with this. And this is all there is this present moment. There is no past, there is no future. It's just this. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to find. It's so alive, it's so rich. Is this all you ever wanted?
Yeah. It's
Is this what you've been looking for your entire life?
Of course.
And you're saying it's always been here?
Yeah.
You just couldn't see it.
No.
So just enjoy it, and we'll chat next week.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Don't go leaving home.
No, I don't want to.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Goodbye.